So someone sent me a video that was made by somebody else, and they were saying that even if you're in menopause, you can still get pregnant as long as you go through something called ovarian rejuvenation and PRP. So they were asking me, what do I think about it? Now, I'm not an OBGYN, which are the doctors that specialize and directly involved with women having babies and getting pregnant and things like that. However, I do have friends that are. So I looked into it, I did my research, and I want to come here and talk about it because I do not want women who are desperate for babies. Because when women, no matter even in their 50s, women that haven't had children, they're still hoping, especially in my home country, when they haven't had a child because maybe they got married late in life, they're still hoping for a miracle. They're still hoping to have children, which, by the way, this can happen by miracle. Yes, there's nothing God cannot do. But now, I don't want these women being taken advantage of by somebody promising them that they will get pregnant as long as they go through a particular procedure. Now, if this happens by chance, is extremely rare where you see a woman that is approaching menopause get pregnant, and they're usually not in full menopause, maybe perimenopause. They are beginning to go into menopause. That's when things like that can happen. Now, when you are in full menopause, you haven't had any period for over 1 year, it's hardly likely that you will get pregnant. It's almost impossible because where will the egg come from? Now, when this thing is being, first of all, before we continue, what is PRP, ovarian rejuvenation? Let's understand what we're talking about. PRP is platelet-rich plasma. Platelets are the things that cause clotting in your body, is in your blood. So when they collect your blood and they spin it down, they isolate the platelet. Platelets have growth factors that when injected back into your body in certain areas, it kind of will stimulate healing, it will stimulate growth, it will stimulate things to begin to get viable again. It's used in other methods, but when it's used for ovarian rejuvenation, what happens is they inject it directly into the ovaries, and the hope is that it will stimulate the follicles, the aging follicles, to rejuvenate themselves and start and produce viable eggs. Now, this is a method that is still under study. That is very, very new. It hasn't, the evidence of success is still minimal. The study is still minimal. It hasn't been explored enough to claim that this will guarantee somebody getting pregnant. That is what I want people to know. I want them to know what are the chances of this resulting in pregnancy, especially women in full menopause. Very tiny, if there's any chance at all. In women in perimenopause, is still under study. This is not something that have been researched well enough and concluded well enough. So don't let anybody take your money anyhow without at least knowing what you're getting into. Ask them, what are the chances that this will cause me to have a baby? Ask them the chances. Make sure you know what you're doing before you give people your money. Because especially in areas, in countries where medicine is not very monitored, people can take advantage of others, promising them this. And when it fails, they will tell you one story or the other. Maybe you didn't, they told you not to sit down, you sat down, they told you, there's always a story. So I want you to be mindful. Don't let anybody lie to you. This can increase your chance if you're not fully in menopause. If you're fully in menopause, I don't even recommend it. Okay. However, I will say discuss with your doctor. Discuss with your doctor because usually these things are set up in centers where they perform these kind of procedures. Discuss with your actual OBGYN and ask good questions. Do your research and maybe get a second opinion before you give somebody your money because I can imagine it's going to be a lot of money. However, there are other ways that you can have a baby even if you're older. If you want me to talk about those, please put it in the comment section and I'll come back and talk about those. So in conclusion, many experts still view this ovarian rejuvenation as experimental. It's not concluded method of fertility. So if you are interested in that, speak to your fertility clinician, your fertility expert, your OBGYN, and make sure you understand the whole thing, you understand your risk, you understand your chances of success and no success before you go into something like that. Thank you for watching. I hope somebody got something from this video. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and follow us. And until next time, may God bless you. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. I do appreciate them. Bye.